Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gebia, and I'm running for President of the United States. Before I tell you about myself, I want to talk about you. So sit down, take your shoes off, get comfortable, and let's talk about you, the citizens of this great nation. I think that you are an intelligent people with strong morals, and heavens to Betsy, I trust you. I trust you enough to make your own decisions, and I don't think that you want or need me to make decisions for you. That's why I'm pro-choice, a proponent of allowing citizens to have guns, and a supporter of legalizing marijuana. I trust you to make your own decisions on all these issues, but what I will do is keep you safe doing it. I'd like to lead a shift in the gun control policy towards focusing the government's efforts on keeping illegal weapons out of criminals' hands, not on keeping weapons out of law-abiding citizens' hands. We have all been made aware in recent years of the horrors that these weapons can cause. And I can't read this. Sorry, okay, I'll explain that. We have all been, but what people fail to realize is that creating stricter gun control laws will only take guns away from the people who will follow those laws, not from criminals. My goal is not to stop our citizens from buying guns, but rather to create a world where law-abiding citizens don't need to defend themselves from maniacs and criminals using illegal weapons. I will impose more thorough background checks and psychological checks before buying weapons, and shift funding towards the prevention and removal of illegal weapons from circulation in this country. As I mentioned before, I think you should have the right to use marijuana recreationally if you choose. Let's take Colorado as an example. They've seen substantial reductions in violent crime rates and millions of dollars saved by the state with full legalization. This money is not only coming from the stimulation of their economy through new taxes, but also money saved from reductions in the number of drug-related arrests and open spaces in prisons. But while I'd like to extend this legalization to other states, I will also be imposing stricter DUI laws as well. Driving while high is comparable to driving drunk, and the government will have zero tolerance for either of the two. I think that you're smart. I think that you believe in scientific innovation and understand that technology moves quickly and we have to make changes to move along with it. I would like to vastly expand our production of energy in nuclear power plants. I know that you're all thinking, Fukushima, Chernobyl, my face is going to melt off. And I understand the fear that most of you have of nuclear disasters and meltdowns, but I'm giving you my word that this technology is safe and is getting safer. The World Nuclear Association has recently made this statement. All around the world, old-school anti-nuclear environmentalism is becoming eclipsed by a new realism that recognizes nuclear energy's essential virtue, its capacity to deliver cleanly generated power safely, reliably, and on a massive scale. Not only will this eventually provide a solution to the serious issue of our diminishing fossil fuel resources, but it will also give America what it has never had before, energy autonomy, relieving us of our dependence on foreign oil and taking away our never-ending quarrel with the Middle East. Nuclear power is not only an intelligent and beneficial prospect, but is a necessity to solve this country's energy crisis. Finally, I believe that you want to make yourself better at whatever you do, and would like to see your country do the same. This is why I will work to remove our nation from foreign affairs and redirect our attention to improving our homeland. We will continue to influence the rest of the world as we have for decades, but we have many strong democratic allies who I will encourage to become involved too, dividing up the responsibility and leaving us all adequate resources to dedicate to ourselves. This will reduce the annual defense budget, which under the Obama administration has climbed to just under $700 billion per year. Thousands of Americans have perished in the war against terrorism in the Middle East, and lives must be considered as well as the economic sacrifice. On the topic of government spending, I will initiate a large reduction in welfare, which will force welfare-dependent individuals to go out and work, lowering unemployment and stimulating the economy. Of course, I will not be eliminating welfare altogether. I intend only to make the requirements for an individual to qualify for welfare much stricter, essentially making anyone who has the ability to work responsible for providing for themselves. Currently, welfare pays more than an $8 an hour job in 39 states, and quite contradictory to public belief, cuts in welfare budgets have actually showed a decrease in several states' unemployment rates. Additionally, I will lead an increased environmental protection and conservation movement that will stimulate businesses and provide jobs, as well as work to reduce military spending, as I discussed earlier. This country is an incredible place, but here at the Tree Party, we're never complacent. We want to keep climbing the tree of success, and we're ready to take the nation higher than it's ever been before. As we say at the Tree Party, let's climb. Thank you, and may God bless America.